What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live, doing the video now, putting the phone on, do not disturb, just for the video. So yeah, anyways, I'm doing a video now about like life and everything. Of course, that's what all these videos are about. Life is life, every day is life, you know. But anyways, like I'm doing the videos honestly just like a tip video for people. So like for anyone who possibly is vegan, going vegan, vegetarian, whatever. Like, basically, you're going through a lot, and I'm going through a lot. I'm now like 2 years, it's just over 2 years into this vegan voyage. So, like, you see a lot of stuff, you see a lot of stuff, and it can be overwhelming in a way because part of you is like so passionate and determined to heal yourself, to, like get your roots and everything going strong and just to be standing, like tall, standing strong and doing well, and like that's easier said than done. It's a process. I'll be fooling to say it was easy to go vegan, but I will share my experience, like up to now. So like when I went vegan in like April of 2017. The first day I moved out of, I moved, to live by myself, alone, my own, um, one bedroom, paying my own bills, this and that, working out, and it was cool. And I got inspired by my mentor, Mike Rashid. He's a personal trainer, a professional boxer. He's um, been in the game for a long time. He's in his 40s, and you know, he inspired me to go vegan, and then I started connecting dots, and I found some other amazing people inside the vegan community, like a handful, like through YouTube, and I just stayed plugged in, with this little select few of people. Then, I I didn't just go cold turkey, like, hey, I would be a vegan, and just like cut off everything instantly, like, to be honest, it was a little process of, a few weeks, months, to be honest with y'all. Like, it got easy when I built up the momentum. Like, the first few days, I was alternating. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to choose a big bowl of vegetables, a big salad. I would just cook it up, So I got inspired by my mentor who recommended that. And then maybe the next day have like a grilled chicken sandwich from like a fast food restaurant. And the next day back to just, no animals at all, just all vegetables. And the next day it would be something similar, like some salmon. And then after that it would be like, some fruits, no animals, or just a big thing of veggies. And the next day it would be it again, and like the period of time between how me eating vegetables and having animal stuff was getting longer and longer. The period of time was growing like further to the point where finally I was like, hey, you know what? I'm done eating it. Because initially, to be real with y'all, it was a little difficult because you're breaking a routine, you're breaking a habit, a pattern, an addiction. Eating meat, to be honest, is an addiction. Like, no matter what anybody wants to say, there's all types of addictions. But I'm just saying, like, the World Health Organization scientifically proves and states and shows that processed meats cause cancer. And shout out to Dr. Sebi also, anything that walks, crawls, swims, or flies and has a head will rot our intestines when we consume it. So that's the reason why the majority of the planet is sick, because of eating dead flesh. And this is just the blunt truth. You know what I'm saying? This is just the blunt truth. To each his own. Eat whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying y'all the truth of what I've been going through. So it was just a period of time, like, took me a good while to like really commit to it. and just get all the animal stuff, get out of that habit. Because I used to be getting fast food all the time, so that's where that habit comes from. I'll be wanting just to stop at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or whatever and just pick up something quick and easy, quick and fast, and like it was just cool to finally start breaking out of that routine and that pattern and just really embrace plant life. And that's what I did. I haven't been perfect, of course. There have been a handful, or less than a handful of times, a select, probably like a couple times, or just a handful of times maybe, where I have maybe ate something that wasn't vegan. A few times maybe I didn't even know that wasn't vegan. Like I just ate it and I saw you know, the ingredient on the back and it might have said, oh, it has some milk or some eggs or whatever. And obviously it's too late, so we're not always perfect, but it's just, things just start coming together more and more as you grow and you become more aware. And then, like, you just pretty much become pretty free and clean. Then you get open into, like, fasting. Like, you start going, like, oh, hey, all my life I've been just eating all this food all the time, all day, which is cool, but, like, I learned at least, especially if you're a little overweight and going vegan, like, it's cool to see your body, like, transform and realize, it can actually go some time without eating, like that's why intermittent fasting and stuff like that is cool because it's good for our bodies to do that, and that's why I do it because a lot of us are filled with junk inside of us, waste, poop, literally, you know what I'm saying? So like that's why it's necessary for people to do a colon cleanse, to drink a lot of water, to drink some green juices, to have a colon cleanse like supplement, to maybe go all day without eating anything, or to go all day and just eat a banana, or go all day and just drink meal replacement smoothies, you know what I'm saying? Liquid stuff, to help just give your body a chance to rest and relax. If you have been going all these years eating dead animals and like all that stuff is accumulating and backing up inside of your body, and you could, like you will have to do your research on this, but it's true, like our body's not designed to break down dead flesh. You don't see like us humans eating another human. You know what I'm saying? Are you a cannibal? Do you want to be a cannibal? How would you feel about you just coming home and just frying up your mom on a stove with some barbecue sauce and some salt and some lime juice? Would you really do that? Would you eat your mom alive, your dad, your dog too? Would you? No, you wouldn't. So, anyways, that's the same thing with animals. The same question with animals too. The same correlation. That's universal law right there. So, like, if I'm a human, I'm not desiring to eat another human, you know, the same thing goes for animals. And y'all can bring up a big old debate talking about, oh my God, lions and there's carnivores and dogs and this and that are supposed to eat this and that. Whatever. I'm not here to argue with y'all about nothing. I'm just stating facts, okay? I'm not here to get argue. Y'all can feed y'all's animals. Y'all can eat whatever y'all want to eat. I'm just sharing the truth. I'm sharing what's helping me personally along my experience and sharing some ideas and a unique perspective at the same time. But anyways, like I was saying, it's just, you finally become more disciplined on this vegan journey, at least from my experience. You may be different. Maybe you have that willpower and you just cut off all the animal stuff for good, without even having to, ease your way off of it, but that's how it was for me. I kind of had to ease my way off of fast food and that junk food, so, it wasn't perfect. Of course, a few times I did, you know, treat myself outside of veganism, but honestly, it was like a blow to my gut, honestly, because I know the truth of it. I know it's just clogging me up, building mucus and stuff, and it's like pointless. And don't even give up that whole thing talking about, don't even like bring up that thing talking about, oh, we're all going to die anyways. Who cares? What matters? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't use that excuse because, yeah, we're going to die. That should be your inspiration. Like, my mentor, Mike Rashid, I remember his thing. He said he gets inspired. Death is his inspiration, his motivation. The fact that we're going to die, one day that should get you on schedule to like become the greatest version. And that's what it does for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So that's what I'm realizing. And that's why I made a change. I'm like, why not live your best life? Literally. Why not enjoy the quality of your life? Instead of quantity, you can have both, the best of both worlds. Like a long life where you have a large quantity of years that you're living, and a high quality life to where like you're healthy naturally, like you're in your right mind. You don't need to be taking pills and putting needles inside of you, inside a nursing home, hooked up to machines, all these ailments and diseases. No, you don't have to do that. Some people do, that's cool, but like there are actually healthy, extremely healthy elders out there that live in the mountains, that live in natural environments that are very old, and you wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Because they could still go and surf or whatever, like out in Hawaii or something like that. They are healthy. So that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, you know, that's all to say about that. And also another tip, like for me personally, I had initially before I went vegan, you know, my connection, my understanding with life was a lot different and far away, you know. And now it's become a lot more sensitive and harmonious, especially with animals, of course, because I stopped eating animals, So that's why I have a dog care business, and like, it's cool. It's real cool because like I'm learning a lot. Obviously, I don't control nothing, but it's like people actually trusting me with their dogs. Like I've seen a lot. I've seen aggressive dogs that want to rip the other dog's ear off. You know, I've seen like just very skittish dogs that are very hyper and anxious and just all different types of personalities. Just like us as people, and you just learn how to work with it. And deal with it and just be compassionate with it, just like they're your child. Like nobody tells you how to discipline your child or whatever. You just like do it. You just figure it out. And that's the same thing I guess I'm learning with this, and the same thing with you know that will happen as I become a father. Like just out of love. You know what I mean? Just doing it out of love to keep the peace, the respect amongst us, and everything, and just like that. So that's something I learned. And also, like, the thing about love life. So, like, all my life, I mean, I did actually, to be honest with y'all, in high school, when I was graduating, I was talking with a vegan, to be honest, and I was a meat eater, and I was way off from being a vegan, though. She was like a light, like, a last hope of words for me to kind of go vegan eventually down the line. 3 years later, she wasn't convincing me or anything really. Like, I mean, I had a, she's an attractive woman. Out of the place I was working at, nobody else was vegan except her. And I noticed her difference, her uniqueness, and I thought it was cool. Had a big crush on her. We were nice, cool friends. Nothing big happened or anything. But that was like one of the initial seeds that I truly remember of like a vegan, woman in my life. Nothing big happened. Just we kept in contact, seeing each other with coworkers, this and that. And we just went about our life, and then like later on, many years late, like 3 years later, something like that, that's when I got inspired, and I had been single for like maybe a year or so, just working on myself. That's what led me to go vegan. So I'm like, hey, I'm living on my own now. I'm done with school, all this stuff. So let me like do something. So that's where the vegan thing came. So I was like, hey, I want love. I desire love. I'm looking to become worthy of the love that I truly desire. Looking to really be better in myself, to have this deep love. Because I was overcoming, and I am overcoming being that whole party hookup type of lifestyle, and that's not really me. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. Like I'm having a mind of my own, like where I can live a long life. Like I signed when I came to this planet when I was a little young baby before I even was born. Whatever little extraterrestrial stuff we come from, whatever you know, I'm talking about. Like I was like, yo, I'm gonna live a long life and die in very old age, naturally, a natural death. So that's why I am how I am. So that was random, but I forgot where I was going with that. But anyways, this is dope because you know later on, I was just, oh yeah, I was talking about like the whole hookup thing. So that's why I've always been an old soul. I haven't been like a hookup person. Of course, I use like all these pretty, beautiful girls and this and that, but like they already like it's like they know some of them know the truth too deep down, and like we all respected it. We'd just be great friends. I wasn't fooling around with none of them early on, ever. Even though like people around me would be hooking up, taking drugs, all this stuff. And like I just it never was what happening for me, until a little bit later on I was attempting to, but that's when my life was getting real topsy turvy. You know what I'm saying? Very topsy turvy. Had a little party, you know, club type of stage in my life for about almost 2 years. Going out, working, going to college, drinking, trying to, have a love life, quick fix type of stuff. Just all this just stuff, messy stuff, staying out late. And it's necessary, I guess, to experience life, that atmosphere of life. And, I just learned obviously I mean if I'm gonna drink alcohol, it's just I do it very rarely, and if I do, it's just like, you know, it's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like some wine, some champagne, like just in a responsible way so I'm not throwing up, so I'm not like out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I love to be able to still be functional, That's what I learned about that small phase or stage of my life, you know. I'm not gonna be sorry myself, but anyways, deep down still, no matter how many girls I was trying to talk with, no matter how many girls I was trying to hook up with, how many girls I was, all this stuff, like, it was alright, but deep down I was like, okay, there's still a lot of stuff going on in the world. Imagine if you finally, finally channeled 100% of your energy romantically, intimately, just into that one, and then you're able to, like, build life around that, your businesses, obviously you desire to live here for a long time, right? So you gotta have a business model. I have to get past the whole thing of, attacking the system, trying to fight the system, mad at the system, mad at money, mad at the government. No, I had to let that go and just accept things for what they are and just be neutral to it, like, and figure it out, you know. I knew I had to heal myself, and I'm still healing myself. It's a long process, no matter what anybody says. If you go 20 years eating terrible food, it's gonna take some time to reverse that, to just get you back to, you know, equilibrium. Just back to, a ground level, zero. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being so negative, very deep, you know. And then after finally you heal that up, then you can really, really finally grow. Years and years later after this, now, then I'll even be strengthening the cells, rebuilding the cells, my organs and all that stuff. And that's why sometimes you might see some people who are vegan that are really old, 40s, 50s, 30s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever age, and like they look younger than they were when they were younger. They look younger and they're older. You know what I'm saying? So like that's some deep stuff. That's because our body produces new skin cells every 35 days, a new liver every month. So this is all based on the foods that we eat. So if you're putting the best plant foods with live enzymes and they are nutrient dense, then this is nourishing our bodies with minerals that we need that have been robbed from us for so many years from eating toxic food. So that's just the truth about that. That's the reason I'm doing it, to just transform my whole body and life. That's what I'm doing, But anyways, it's another tip about love. Like, okay, it's my deep down intention. Everybody has a deep stuff, and it's personal too. Like, this is just a summary, I guess. I just valued love. I knew, okay, I came here, and obviously I'm supposed to have a family. I'm supposed to have children, and obviously I'm, you know, that's what I'm here to do. That's part of it, to have offspring, to be a father. Obviously it's don't rush with that process, you know. That comes when it's supposed to come. Trust me. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's part of it. But let me like pursue a theme around my life, instead of like being so insane, trying to like just always run to get somewhere, rushing, racing, all that stuff. But then you finally start coming, as I end out, to like peace more with the present moment, to where you're like, okay, this ain't going nowhere unless I move it, like this car or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you get out of like racing, rushing, this whole survival stuff, and you start to like breathe more. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I just gotta pace myself for this marathon of life, and that's basically what we're doing, And that's why I've been keeping it simple. Because at first I thought I wanted to be this big hook up viral rock star type of stuff, and now I'm just chilling. I'm cool, just being me. You know, being me, and you know, the offspring thing came, so I was like, hey, you know what? If I decide to have offspring, you know, I'm grateful and I'm desiring to have the plan is to be able to be the best father ever, to be there every second of the day with the mother or with the child or children, all day, every day. Living with them, sleeping, eating, just being a true, real family. No drama, none of that stuff. Just a real, true family. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what I've understood. That's what I've understood. And that's what I'm doing, And like, I know this personal experience, like, y'all may experience whatever y'all gonna experience. But I'm just saying, like, just be real clear what you want. When I went vegan, I was like, okay, I get it. I got a lot of healing to do within me, so I'm staying vegan for a while. Of course, I'm not gonna say, oh, what are you gonna do on Tuesday when you're 87? What are you gonna be eating? What are you gonna be drinking? What clothes you gonna be wearing on Tuesday? You know, in 2086, whatever, something like that. I don't know. I just threw out a day, but you get what I'm saying. But for sure, honestly, the vegan life is probably just gonna keep continuing on. You know, you just say I'm never gonna do this or that. It just continues on. And that just that's a lifelong thing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause